So our next section here in your notes is going to take you into how to find these special points, your x and y intercepts, and graph your line. So let's just start with step one. The first thing that you've got to do, if you have to do it, is put your equation in standard form. Okay? So as we stated on the front page, the standard form is ax plus by equals c. Okay? That's the standard form. Now, sometimes your equation will come like that. It's ready to go where your x and y terms are on one side of the equal sign, your constant is on the other side. If that's the case, fine, you're ready to move on to step two. But if not, you've got to move things around so your equation looks like this. Okay? Step two. Step two, you're going to find the x-intercept. Find the x-intercept in the equation by letting y equal 0. Now remember, the coordinates for your x-intercept is that value of x and 0. So if I want to know where the x-intercept is in that equation, I have to let y equal 0. And I've got a little shortcut. If you don't want to use my shortcut, you can do it by hand. But I've got a little shortcut where sometimes you can use mental math and get the x-intercept really fast. Step two is going to be the same thing, but you're going to find the y-intercept. Find the y-intercept in the equation by letting x equal 0. Letting x equal 0. So again, your y-intercept by definition, we just wrote down, is the point that crosses the y-axis. And when it hits the y-axis, your x is 0, so the coordinate looks like this. So in order for you to get your y-intercept, your x has to equal 0. Now once you do this, you're going to have your 2 points. And any line, and I don't know if I've said this or when you learn this, but in order to plot, to graph a line, all you need are 2 points. That's the minimum. So these 2 steps give you the 2 points you need for you to graph your line. They give you your 2 points. All right? So let's look at example 4. You got your graph there. This is letter A. I'm going to let my equation be 6x plus 7y equals 42. This is my equation. The first thing, I look at it everywhere. Everybody is where they're supposed to be. My x and y terms are together on one side of the equal sign. My constant is on the other side. Step one is taken care of. So if I want to find my x-intercept, and I'm going to write it down because that's just good note-taking. If I want to know what my x-intercept is, my step 2 says I need to let y equal 0. Well, we should know by now that whenever your y is equal to 0 or a variable is equal to 0, it knocks that entire term out. So if my y is equal to 0, that means this entire term is gone. It's gone. Which means all that you have left is 6x equals 42. 6x equals 42. You solve for x. So if I solve for x, you divide both sides by 6. There's no way I'm writing that down because you should be able to do this in your head. If I solve for x, I divide both sides by 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. So my x-intercept, just to write it down, my x-intercept is 7, 0. Remember, your y's got to be 0. See, where is it? Right there. Y's got to be 0. Okay? To find the y-intercept, I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to cover up the x because my x has to be 0. So for my y-intercept, if I cover up my x, because x has to be 0, I'm left with 7y equals 42. Well, if you divide both sides by 7, y equals 6, Your intercept is 0, 6. So now you have found your 2 special points. What do you do with that? You take those 2 special points and you plot them on your graph. All you need are 2 points to make a line. So these are your 2 points right here. So you take your graph. I don't have any room. You take your graph. And if my x-intercept is 7, 0, that means I go to the right 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my x-intercept. My y-intercept right here is 0, 6. That means I go up 6 units on my y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. 2 points. I've got them. Connect the points. You've got your line. That's how you use the standard form to graph an equation. I'm going to stop the tape and we're going, or the video, it's video. I'm going to stop the video and we're going to do the last 2 examples.